Welcome to Jazzy Nights. This is your MC. And what's on my mind has been laced by a legion of legends before me. So this message must hold some weight.
You know it.
WBPR. That you can do exactly that. That you are capable of creating your reality. And that kind of inspired me in my growth to really learn how to use my penmanship as like a manifestation tool, but also to understand like you're completely capable of whatever you can imagine.
So my show is What's the Word, Spit the Verb. And what that means is what's up, what's your action? And we speak things into existence, affirmations, thinking that we can be, so we are. So I want you to introduce to the people your name, where you're from, and what you do.
Got it. I think that's a big question, but I can start off. Nice to meet everybody who, may be watching from home. My name is Nivia Charles. I'm from the Bay Area, California. I'm most known for being a poet, a writer, but I'm also a community builder. I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I think there's quite a few things that could name who I am, but it's a complexity in and of itself.
What author, poet, or writer would you say inspired your style the most?
I feel like there's a few. The first two that come to mind are Maya Angelou, definitely, just in her cadence and the passion and the emotion that she uses with everything that she says, not just her poetry. And the Strivers Row Collective. So they're a collective of poets. I believe all of them are from like the New York, New Jersey area. And I was so into slam poetry. Still am, but they're not as active as they used to be. So I don't know if anybody's aware of the Strivers Row, but they have a huge poetry scene in New York City. So there's New Yorican Poets Cafe. Oh my God, when I finally got the opportunity to visit out there, I was like, oh, yep, I'm gonna be a striver, period. Like I'm in the slam poetry scene, like let's do it. So I think those are the two biggest influences on my style of writing and in my cadence as well.
So with you doing this Jazzy Night saga, how did you and Pussy come about in the Jazzy Nights?
You know what? I was gonna call him. I call him LV, but Pussy, that's my brother. That's he got a special place in my heart for sure. We went to college together back at Chabot, and we hit it off. We've been like tight ever since, and I think that we always have been able to respect each other's art form, and I think that has definitely been the foundation. Our friendship and our mutual respect for each other and our shared understanding was a great foundation to create something organic. He hit me one day and was like, look, this is what I'm going to create and I need you there. And I'm like, because mind you, this is, him he's rapping, creating the album. I'm like, I don't sing, I don't rap. But what are you asking me for? Like, I ain't got shit for you. I want to, but I ain't got shit for you. But, LV is really good as, a brother in community just to push people. He sees the greatness in people before they may even see it in themselves. So he encouraged me to get in the booth. He said, no, I want you to do exactly what you do and what it speaks to you. And that's all there is. I wrote up, what I could based on the tracks that he sent me, like kind of just emceeing Jazzy Nights, the album, being like a host, and I just filled it forth. I would try to give him, my list, like, okay, this is what I got for you. Like, give me a review. Let me see what you think. He's like, nah, I don't need to read nothing. Get in the booth and go spit it. Like, I trust you. I said, oh, okay. Like, this is some real shit for real. So,
the plot to the plot.
I've been forged by these fires and fueled by faith. It's a fierce awakening. I'm fearless and I've got a hunger for change. Seated at the table of integrity where not everyone eats. I'm jonesing for some loving and that greed is a beast. But baby, what's your buy-in? You only feast on what you reap. Have you poured your heart into the harvest or has it hardened? Come speak your peace. Come speak your peace. Come speak your peace.
doing poetry, do the experiences come abstract or are they really intermediate?
I think it's both. I'm a really like heartfelt person. So everything that I feel, like it can be something that I experienced in the physical or something that I'm just feeling, in like the vibrational. So it just depends on, what inspires that, but it does have a range. I think more recently I've been doing my best to blend the two because it's become an outlet really for me to help process like the experiences that I go through. And it helps me understand things better. I'm not that great about opening up about how I feel and communicating because I'm a very passionate person. So I don't want to pop, but being able to put my pen to it has definitely helped me sift through a lot of things. So I would say both the abstract and the physical. Yeah.
So when are we getting this spoken word album from you?
Ooh, you know what? What's the word? Spit the verb. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to have to put some effort behind it soon because it's definitely something I have seen for myself. I have a lot of ideas. I think I just don't, I don't like the fire under myself as much as I do, for my community. I'd be so ready to root behind other people, but I'm like, it's cool. I'll take the back seat. I ain't even tripping because, it's natural for me. It's a coping tool. It's a tool of expression, but I've never really created art for consumption. So I think that has been a space that I've shied away from. But, I would, like I said, folks like LV putting me on Front Street, like, nah, we need you out there. I'm like, all right, I guess it's time. I can't hide no more. I can't hide no more.
You got to do your God-given talent. So, you were put here to be a spokesman. You are the vessel that connects the people who wants to dwindle and the people who wants to mingle, and you bring them together. It's like how Robert Frost said, the road less traveled. So, you might want to be on your Shakespeare, Aristotle's, but sometimes you got to come down to Robert Frost and let them know I'm gonna break it down. And then you got to give them that power like Maya Angelou. You got to let them know that their destiny is in their creation. Your fruition is what you can sum up and put in your brain and render it out to become an explosive expose.
Yeah.
See, you seem like you did good at explanatory essays in school, like writing was just your thing. So I'm going to ask you to give us a small piece from how you feel today.
A small piece how I feel today. I don't freestyle often, but
What's the word? Spit the verb.
verbiage is the vessel. Move with how you feel. Stand in the light, for that's how God has crowned you to be. Be honest to your word. Be active with your verb.
What's the word? Spit the verb. She on the curve, you hear me?
There we go.
Coca record don't come at all. Vanity got the record spinning like a crystal ball, bumping that shit to make your trunk knock.
What would you say were struggles that propelled you to dig into your pen?
I could say the entirety of my experience as a Black woman, really from young. So a Black girl coming from a migrant family, a split parent household, and I was born with sickle cell anemia. So that's something that it bred me to be a warrior from birth. It's definitely something that has lit a fire in me that I always knew was bigger than myself. I've always been extremely deep into community and advocacy and things like that because folks like us, whether you're Black, whether you're a woman, whether you're from, a low income or a migrant family, or you have like something, so serious like sickle cell anemia, people ain't gonna fight for you if you don't fight for yourself first. People ain't gonna speak up for you if they don't hear you calling them to the mat. So that's something that taught me from young that even though I may choose to be subdued, like that's not my truest role. And it definitely forged a huge capacity in me for like fierceness.
So what would be a quote that you say you live by and you stand by?
I hope I don't butcher this, but I actually have this written on a jacket, custom made by Shakira Giovanni. She's a Black artist, and it's an Angela Davis quote. She says, I am no longer going to accept the things that I cannot change, but I will change the things that I cannot accept. And that is definitely how I have been building the pathway in my life. It's definitely what I have chosen to commit myself to, but I can admit that the older that I get, the bigger the world seems, if that makes sense. I know that as a child, like I've been an optimist, born and bred, but as I was like, I can do all this, I can do everything and anything, and I know I still can, but I'm looking at the logistics now and better understanding things. So I'm still committed to that motto and that phrase for sure. But I think I'm definitely taking the time in my growth now in my adulthood to learn. You know, I'm a little less arrogant than I was. I'm understanding things a little better for sure. But I hope to live up to the legacy, you know, that has been laid before me, and definitely the legacy of that quote by Miss Angela Davis.
You know that